Yesterday, I get an email from Brother Mark, and it links me to this channel of this interview happening between Millie Monaco, who's a YouTuber, and a former Miss Nigeria, a lady by the name of Oluchi Madubuki. I know I probably messed her name up, but she's a beautiful young lady, 27 years old, former Miss Nigeria winner in 2021, and she's currently single. Now, I want you to hear what she's looking for in a man, and then we'll come back.
You're pushing it a little bit, but five.
Well, to be honest, like all of my exes have been like 6'4" and up. It wasn't by choice. It was just what happened. But I think for me, 6 foot and up, it's okay.
Okay, well, you got lucky, girl.
I know. Well, I don't know if I'll say lucky now because clearly we're not together. But you know.
Okay, true. Okay, so how old does he need to be? What's your age range?
I'm 27, so 28 to like 37.
28 to 37. Okay.
Yeah.
Can he have kids?
No.
No?
No.
Hey, it's going to be difficult.
I know. I just feel like because I just don't want to have to compete with someone else for someone's attention, essentially.
Okay.
And as much as we like to say, oh yeah, it doesn't matter, sometimes it will boil down to like me and I don't want to ever have to put someone in that situation. So I just would much rather prevent that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else? How much money does he need to make?
Well, I believe, my relationship dynamic is I would like a man that's a provider. So I don't necessarily put a figure on it, but I definitely want someone that's very comfortable with not just taking care of himself, but somebody else. We're not just like, oh, yeah. So
you don't want to pay bills?
I would prefer to be, pampered. To be pampered. I'm not saying like not like no bills at all, but like I don't mind helping around like here and there, but just the big bills, no. I'm just being 100%. You see what people say.
Bills for you, so you don't mind paying for groceries, maybe, and
100%. Oh yeah, sure, yes. I don't mind paying for groceries. I'm the kind of person that actually like will spend as far as like gifts, like a good time taking vacations, but I require like a sense of security with being with someone, and I'm very independent, so most of the time security looks like provision for me, because a lot of other things I feel like I can do by myself, and I have like done a lot of these things for myself. So what takes the most stress off of me is in that regard.
Now I want to shout out to Brother Dating Right YouTube channel for putting this particular clip together. Check him out. And a lot of the brothers had a problem. Even the YouTuber Dating Right, who was reviewing this, had a problem because she wanted a man to pay all of the bills. To be fair, somebody that looks like her, and I know what guys are going to say, well, she takes the makeup off, she's not that cute. Well, I can say, number one, she's in excellent shape. She's beautiful. She has dealt with rich men all across, probably, in the American world or the black diaspora. She looks like a lady that, she could actually get somebody to pay all her bills. I would not doubt that. Just looking at her, how she looks, body size, I ain't got no problem with her asking for that at all, because she can actually get it. Again, she won Miss Nigeria 2021, so you cannot be ugly and win that. So the lady is beautiful. Now I think that here's the issue that we have with some of the brothers who we run into ladies on the internet that are not like her, who demand that a man pay all of their bills. Let me give you an example of one from the Kendra G show. Let's play that clip.
Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes. More than 6 figures.
So more than 6 figures or more than 100K? Because more than 6 figures is 7 figures. That's a millionaire. Or do you want a millionaire?
We can do 7 figures. I've been there.
Oh. But you want to date a millionaire again?
He doesn't have to be a millionaire. I'm just saying that, I've dated in that bracket before.
So, okay. With that being said, is there a minimum 6-figure number you would deal with since you dated in that bracket?
At least 200,000 or more.
So 200K is the minimum.
And no bad credit.
200K and no bad credit.
Yes.
Okay. Did your children's dads make that amount of money?
One of my kids' dad does well from himself. I've known them, and my other kid dad, he makes at least 6 figures.
And you couldn't work things out with him either?
Oh, so my daughter, I'm 35. My daughter who's 17, I had her when I was 18, headed to college. So I had her on my first time getting having sex.
So and her father's the one that does well for himself.
He does good. He's no slouch. He does good, but he makes close to 6 figures. But my son dad does very well. He's an entrepreneur.
And how come you guys can't be together?
Oh, girl, Kendra, I was a young girl. You know how they say that, you leave them how you find them? Well, I found him, and he wasn't doing so well. And I told him how to do a little well, and he thought he was better than me. Let's just leave it like that.
So you see, that lady is named Tyra. She's 35, 2 kids. One of the kids is 17. The other one, I don't know how old the kid is. 2 different baby daddies. Okay. She's never been married. And you're expecting some man to earn over $200,000 a year and take care of you. And I'm not trying to be rude or mean, but in comparison to the first lady, that first lady is number one, younger, in my honest opinion. She is a beauty pageant winner. She seems to be, in comparisons to the other lady, more in shape. And yeah, she don't have any kids. All right. I think the problem what most guys are having an issue with are ladies like Tyra, who you're asking somebody else who's not your kid's father to do the same thing that your kid's father probably didn't do. And that's why Kendra G asked her those questions. She said, well, how much does your kid's dad make? Well, he does okay. And he's no slouch. So will you want somebody to come in and do better than him? And you had a whole child by this individual. Is that right? Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. That is what they're insinuating. We want you to come in and do something for us that we couldn't do for ourselves. And yeah, like we want you to pay all the bills, even though the guys who we had children by in the past didn't pay all of the bills. And I'm not saying that she's a bad looking lady. I don't think that's the case. But in comparisons to the first lady that a lot of the guys had a problem to deal with, this lady doesn't have kids. She is a nurse. She takes care of herself extremely. She's 27. She's dealt with those level of men before. And I can see by looking at her and she comes from a culture of Nigerian men that will take care of a woman like that. So I don't begrudge her or any good looking woman that at least has done something for herself. She went to the University of Texas, Arlington. So I don't have a problem with her doing that. I got more of a problem with a lady that is more or less what you would call the standard or the norm in America, who's looking for something exceptional or a man that's exceptional when she'll probably have a hard time competing with somebody like Oluchi. That's the issue that I'm dealing with. And most guys, we are probably the same with that. I don't have a problem with women who are like at top of the food chain looking, resource rich looking. I'm talking about they have access to networks like this lady. I don't have a problem with a woman like this who looks like that or who's built like that, who has won a beauty pageant, wanting a man to pay all the bills. That's what she should want because she's a beauty pageant winner. And she looks nice. She looks good. She's done something for herself. I don't have an issue with that. We have an issue for these ladies who've had kids by maybe some of these guys who in your own words, didn't provide what you're asking somebody new to provide for you, and they have to meet these standards, when in return, they're probably not going to get very much from you because you're never going to tell them what you're going to do for them. That's the issue that I have. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Pretty sure for all that you do, subscribe to the bell. We're out.